This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to Preston Field as the ladies take their turn on the field today, as the ladies softball team still looking for their first win of the year, as today they will take on the Bear Lake Bears, who are 3-2 on the year. This is a game that was originally scheduled to be played at Bear Lake, but because still some snow and things on the ground up there, they're going to end up playing here in Preston here today as well. There's one right off the top we'll mention to you as well. There has been one other schedule change made. We mentioned it yesterday during the baseball game, but the games that were rained out against Jerome for the softball team, they will schedule to be made up on Saturday, with the first game starting at 1 o'clock back here over in Preston. So that's the upcoming schedule for the girls. Try to make up some games that they've missed out on as they look to get into the race here as the year ticking away, as we're working our way into the month of April, as it'll be a busy month. But hopefully the girls will get back into the race here, and it all starts here today, potentially with a win here against Bear Lake. Haven't been on the field for a while, have the girls, because of some bad weather and scheduling things. Weren't actually even scheduled for the last week and a half. But before that, go all the way back to the postponement against Jerome was the last time that they were even scheduled to be on the field. So that of course did not happen. So we'll get back at it again here today, and hopefully the girls will be able to pick up a victory. Bear Lake on the field right now, taking their pregame infield practice as the Lady Indians have had their opportunity to as well. Great day, plenty of sunshine, no threat of rain. A very picturesque view as well, with the mountains in the background, still with a lot of snow on them, but it'll make for a great backdrop for the game here this afternoon. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have more here on the pregame show as we continue right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
Welcome back here to the ballpark as the Lady Indians now on the field taking their pregame infield practice. You know, with all the postponements and the rainouts and things that the Lady Indians have had, this ends up being their first game at home this year, and that brings up all of the little things that go along with playing your first home game, getting lines painted out in the outfield as the foul lines all the way out to the foul poles. But the funny thing, when I got to the ballpark here today, was they were having trouble finding the post for third base as they had rakes and shovels out there, and eventually they finally found it So that's a good thing. So we do have an official third base for the game here today. Abby Keller will make the start today for the Preston Indians, as she will get the start, and with a 0-4 record to have the Indians still looking for their first win of the year. And for the Bear Lake Bears today, it'll be Haley Humphreys who will be starting inside the circle this afternoon here for them as well. So folks starting to roll in. A lot of folks here from Preston coming out to watch the girls play. And, of course, we'll be back here on Saturday as well at 1 o'clock against Jerome. Weather permitting, I know in the forecast it called for some rain early in the morning. It would start to clear later in the afternoon. So weather permitting, we'll be here Saturday as well to have some more Preston Indians softball for you coming up over the weekend. Another timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at other games scheduled around the area in the Great Basin 10 Conference. We'll do all that as we continue after this on mylocalradio.com.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Agri-Service, located in Hyde Park, Utah, just south of the city of Preston. Together, we drive agriculture forward. Remember, they carry all the popular names of equipment: Massey Ferguson, Kubota, Heston, Challenger as well. You can find them at 4085 North 75th West in Hyde Park, or give them a call at 435-563-1020. Agri-Service, a proud supporter of Preston Indian Athletics. Whole bunch of other games going on today. We'll kind of run them down for you here as we continue on the pregame show. A lot of games going on within the around the state, but some games going on, including games that will be played involving Great Basin 10 teams. See if we can narrow some of these games down. There's about 3 pages of games here as we'll talk about Great Basin 10 games going on. It will be Century going hosting Pocatello today. That is a doubleheader that'll get started in Century coming up in just a little bit. This game here, Preston, of course, hosting Bear Lake today. Wood River is playing at home as they will play Teton today. Also, Burley will hit the road. They'll go to Hillcrest. Jerome is that's coming up for Saturdays. That's the doubleheader we mentioned for Saturday, with Jerome coming here to take on the Preston Indians on Saturday afternoon. So a few games involving Great Basin 10 teams on the docket for today, as we are just about ready to play here. I just saw the umpires walk in. Both teams have finished their pregame warm-ups. So we'll take another timeout. We'll come back. First pitch and the starting lineups coming up just around the corner as we continue after this on mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
It's time for Preston Lady Indians softball. All of today's action is brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, West Motors, Preston Drug, First American Title, Stokes Market, True Value, Signature Home Healthcare, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Agri-Service, S&T Electric, Farmers Insurance, Corey Bingham, Agent, Northern Title, Idaho Salvage, Limbrick Arc, and The Job Shop. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and Preston High School Athletics, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited. As we welcome you here again to the ballpark. Lady Indians playing their first home game of the year as they play the host to the Bears from Bear Lake. The meeting at home plate has just broken up. They've exchanged lineup cards, and we're just about ready to play some softball here this afternoon from here in the city of Preston as the Lady Indians ready to go to work playing their first home game of the year here this afternoon. As we'll give you the starting lineups here. First for Bear Lake as they'll line up this way. Hannah DeClark will lead off. She's going to be the catcher today. Olivia Crane will be in left field. She'll hit second. Haley Humphreys will pitch, and she'll hit in the 3 spot. Shakira Hemet will hit fourth, and she will play at first base. Michaela Skinner will hit fifth. She'll be at second. Mackenzie Colvin will hit sixth, and she'll play over in right field today. Sharisa Peterson will hit seventh, play at third base. Casey Buckham will be in center field. She'll hit in the 8 spot, and Gracie Rigby is the shortstop, and she will hit number 9 today for the Bear Lake Bears. For the Preston Lady Indians, they'll line up this way this afternoon. Sage Keller leads off. She'll be at third base. Kim Despain will hit second. She'll play shortstop. Sadie Larson does the catching. She'll hit in the 3 spot with Abby Keller hitting fourth, and she'll be in the circle today doing the pitching. Ashley Sparks is at first base. She'll hit in the 5th spot. Jessica Alder will hit 6th. She'll patrol center field. Megan Johnson is over in right field. She'll hit 7th. Vanessa Griffith will hit 8th, and she'll be around in left. And Kayla Cole is the second baseman, and she will hit number 9. And we're ready to play some ball here this afternoon as the Lady Indians ready to go to work. As stepping up to the plate is the catcher today for the Bear Lake Bears. That is Hannah DeClark. She'll hit from the left side as Abby Keller comes home on the first pitch. A rise ball bunted at, but she leaves it in Larson's glove, and it's 0-1. So certainly glad to have you with us One game here today, potential doubleheader coming up on Saturday, and then it's back out on the road as both the boys and the girls will be at Burley coming up on Monday. Popped up on the bunt right in the middle of the infield, and it's Keller to make the catch. So that's the first out, and that brings up Olivia Crane. Crane will hit from the right side, looks down to the third base coach's box, gets a little instruction from the coach down there. Outfield for Preston plays her straight away, and the first pitch is a fastball that's high, ball one. Keller ready again, comes home. The next pitch, that's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. For Preston, with a loss in a doubleheader at Canyon Ridge. They also lost to Malad earlier in the year to open up the season. The pitch is inside, ball two, 2 balls and a strike. But they've had several games potentially to be played here that were either moved or just completely canceled or postponed, like the games coming up on Saturday. Pitch hit foul off the first base side. And it goes now to 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the first inning. Crane is the left fielder today for Bear Lake. Keller ready, comes the 2-2 pitch. Little roller foul up along the first base side. So it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and we'll all come back and do it all again. Two and 2, Crane climbs back in. Keller rocks, comes home with a 2-2 pitch. It stays high with the rise pitch. Now runs the count full, 3-2. Here comes the 3-2 pitch on the way to Olivia Crane. And it's going to be high, ball 4, and Crane's aboard. So Crane works a 1-out walk here in the top of the first inning. First base runner of the game. And that brings up Haley Humphreys. Humphreys will be doing the pitching today for Bear Lake. She's hitting from the right side, and the first pitch is a little grounder up toward third. They go to second, try to get the force play there, and the throw is too high. Wasn't probably going to probably be in time anyway. And after the ball got away, going on to third base is Crane. So Humphreys reaches on the fielder's choice. Crane goes to third when the ball gets away at second. And now with runners at the corners and 1 out, here is Shakira Hemet playing at first base today for Bear Lake. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back. The runner's going to take off and go to second base, and she'll be allowed to steal second. So Humphreys moves up into scoring position with the stolen base. So Hemmert back into the box from the left side. That pitch is up high. And it's 2-0. So Keller just a little bit wild here early on, missing high in the strike zone. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Snap throw back to third. Gets off the glove of Sage Keller. She gets on it quickly. No advancement by either of the runners, and the count goes to 2-1. Good number of the folks making the trip down from Bear Lake, about the hour or so drive to watch the girls play. Ball hit in the air to center field. Jessica Alder is there, makes the catch, runner tags and comes home. The throw comes through, but it's not in time. So the Bears jump out on front on the scoring fly ball. That's the second out of the inning as Crane comes home. And with 2 outs, runners still at second base. Here is Michaela Skinner as she hits the first pitch foul back into the screen, and it's 0-1. So the Bears able to produce a run without the benefit of a hit here. The 0-1 pitch, little roller foul, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes, and Skinner, a little walk around home plate, now climbs back in. Keller with a new ball. Comes home, the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So she gets a couple of strikeouts in the inning, but gives up a run without the benefit of yielding a hit to Bear Lake. 1 run, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base as we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. After a half an inning from here in Preston, it's the Bears 1 and the Lady Indians coming to bat.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
We move here to the bottom of the first inning. As Preston comes up for the first time, they trail 1-0. As the Bear Lake Bears able to produce a run without a hit in the top of the first. And here at the bottom of the first inning, it'll be Sage Keller, Kim Despain, and Sadie Larson do up for the Lady Indians. So Sage Keller will come to the plate to lead it off. Haley Humphreys in the circle for Bear Lake, and the first pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike here against Sage Keller, leading off the bottom of the first inning. The 1-1. This is going to be stroked to center. It's in for a hit. There's the first hit of the game. Sage Keller, the Preston third baseman, singles to center. And that brings up the shortstop, Kim Despain. Good to see a lot of people rolling in here to take in the ball game here this afternoon. First of 2 games to be played here. We'll only have the 1 game here for you on mylocalradio.com and on FM 105.5, the varsity game. The JV game will follow about 20 or 30 minutes after the varsity game is over here this afternoon. Next pitch home due to Spain is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the top of the, check that, the bottom of the first inning. The 1-1. Bounces, goes to the backstop, and there goes Sage Keller for third. That'll go as a wild pitch against Humphreys. And put the tying run at third with nobody out. The 2-1. Low, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Sadie Larson waits on deck. And here's the 3-1 offering. Popped up in the infield on the right side. It's the first baseman, Hammett, to make the play, and holding at third base was Sage Keller, so there's one out. So here's Sadie Larson, the catcher. First pitch, fastball down low, gets away from the catcher, and here comes Keller to the plate, and she'll score. So a pair of wild pitches evens the game at 1. Base is empty, and 1 ball, no strike count on Larson. Here's the 1-0. That's on the corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 from Humphreys, a little roller up the middle. Second baseman there, Skinner, to backhand and be able to make the play over at first base. That's the second out here in the bottom of the first inning. So with 2 outs and the bases empty, that'll bring up the pitcher this afternoon for the Lady Indians, Abby Keller, coming up for the first time. And the first pitch is up high. Got a call, high strike called. So it's 0-1. Humphreys ready again. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Comes the 2-strike pitch on the way. Rise ball too high. Goes all the way to the backstop. Abby Keller back in the box. Here comes Humphreys' pitch home. Swung on and missed, and the inning is over. But Preston able to get a run and get even in the game. 1 run on 1 hit. They leave no one on base, no errors in the inning as well, as we're done with an inning after 1 here this afternoon. It's Preston 1, Bear Lake 1 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Do you remember last spring when runoff water was flooding fields and borrow pits because of plugged, collapsed, or non-existent culverts? Well, now is the time to get new culverts installed, and Valley Implement and Irrigation has the culverts you need. They buy them by the semi-load, and they have poly pipes and culverts in the diameter and length that will get that water running where it needs to go in the spring. Remember, too, that Valley Implement has a great selection of used tractors and farm equipment at prices that work for your operation. See Valley Implement and Irrigation in Preston, Logan, or Gray.
We'll move to the second, a 1-1 tie. Lady Indians playing host to the Bear Lake Bears here this afternoon. As we go here to the second inning. For Bear Lake, Mackenzie Colvin, Jerice Peterson, and Casey Boxholm are due up. Here against Abby Keller. Abby did not give up a run in the top of the first inning, but Bear Lake was able to scratch out a run. Little ground ball wide of third, cut off there. The throw is high, but able to keep her foot. No, they call her safe. The throw from Sage Keller pulled Sparks off the bag. That'll go as an error against the third baseman, Keller. So the leadoff person aboard here in the inning. And that'll bring up Peterson. Shows bunt. Gets the bunt down. Great bunt right out in front of home plate. Throw to first in time for the out. 2-3 on the put out for the first out. And moving up to second base was Mackenzie Colvin. The ball on the bunt died right on the line. You couldn't walk out and set that ball more on the line than what that one ended up. First pitch, a little roller to first for Bloxham, as that'll be recorded as an out, 3 unassisted, as Sparks carries it to the bag. Colvin moves over to the third, but she's there now with 2 outs in the inning. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Gracie Rigby. First pitch home to Rigby, fastball to tie. Outfield pretty much straight away. Griffith, the left fielder, kind of squeezing toward the line a little bit, so there's a big hole in left center field. Here comes Keller's 1-0. Up high, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 pitch from Keller again is high and is now ball 3. Now the 3-0 pitch on the way. Misses down and in, that's ball 4. Rigby draws a walk, puts runners at first and third with 1 out. Second walk for Abby Keller in the game, back at the top of the order now, and handed to Clark coming up with runners at the corners and 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. First pitch again shows bunt right out in front of the plate. Keller has it, throws to first, not in time, run scores. Infield bunt single for Hannah de Clark. Picks up an RBI as Kelvin comes home from third. Stopping at second base was Rigby. Runners at first and second. Still 2 outs in the inning. That's the first hit of the game for the Bear Lake Bears, a little bunt single. First pitch here to Crane is hit foul off the top of the backstop. Oh, 0-1. 2-1, Bear Lake on top. Keller's next pitch is again hit foul. This one sprays down the right field line, and she jumps ahead 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Crane back in the box. Keller's 0-2. Hit past the mound. Shortstop will go the short way, and it's dropped at second base. Think she would have been safe anyway. Runner coming to the plate will score, and it's 3-1. So Crane reaches on the fielder's choice. If it's safe at second base was de Clark. And a little meeting at the mound here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning for the Indians. Gives us a chance to remind you today's game is brought to you in part by Farmers Insurance agent Corey Bingham. Corey's office located in Logan, 345 North 100 East, but you feel free to give him a call. He is your local farmer's agent. He's been serving both Franklin and Cache counties for nearly 20 years. So call for your free quote today. 435-713-4500. That's 435-713-4500. First pitch hit on the ground, right to third. She catches the ball, steps on the base, and the inning is over. So Haley Humphreys hits into a fielder's choice to end the inning as Hannah DeClerc is out 5 unassisted at third on the force play. However, Bear Lake gets 2 in the inning. 1 hit, an error, and they leave 2 men on base as well as we'll go to the bottom of the second. Bear Lake 3, Preston 1 on mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
Bottom of the second inning. 3-1 Bear Lake on top over the Lady Indians from Preston as Haley Humphreys here in the bottom of the second inning will face pretty much the middle of the lineup for Preston. Ashley Sparks, Jessica Alder, and Megan Johnson all due up here in the bottom of the second inning. She completes her warm-up tosses. Ball gets thrown through, and here we go. Here at the bottom of the second. For those who are not watching our video feed today and listening on the radio up and down Cache Valley, the Indians wearing their blue pants, white tops today at their home game. Blue numbers on the back as Sparks takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Humphreys ready again, stands in the circle. Reaches into the glove. Here comes the 1-0. That's driven to center. That'll be a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Indians. Second inning in a row. They have the leadoff first player aboard. The ball gets away in the infield and going to second base is Sparks. So Sparks at second base to lead off the inning. And here is Jessica Alder. Alder will hit from the right side. And first pitch is hit foul off the catcher's mask. It's 0-1. Jessica represents the tying run at home plate. Outfield straight away against her. And the 0-1 off speed. Thumbs it foul off the screen. It's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Alder. And the 0-2. Popped up. That will make the seats. Stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Humphreys ready again. Again the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Alder becomes the second to make that, the second strikeout victim for Humphreys today. And with 1 out, Megan Johnson will come to the plate. Megan, the right fielder today, hits the first pitch back into the screen. That's 0-1. Today's game brought to you in part by Northern Title Company. Good deals done daily is what they like to say. Call Northern Title for any of your title or escrow needs. They're at 852-5700. That's 852-5700. The 0-1 pitch on the corner, and it's 0-2. Northern Title Company right here in Preston at 96 South State Street. 0-2 pitch, chases a pitch up high. It's another strikeout as Johnson goes down on strikes. Second strikeout of the inning and third in the game for Humphreys. And that brings up Vanessa Griffith. She takes that first pitch down low, ball one. Is hung up between second and third and going back to third base, and she is going to be safe at second base. That is Ashlyn Sparks trying to draw a throw, and she did, and almost got caught off second base. Next pitch home, swung on and missed by Griffith, and it's 0-2. Check that, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Griffith as she stands at home plate. And the next pitch home is up high. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs here, and Keller, I should say Humphreys, ready, comes home. The 2-2 pitch is rolled foul over by the third base dugout. So it stays 2-2. Griffith back in the box. And Humphreys 2-2 on the way. Is an off-speed pitch over for a strike. And Griffith is gone as she goes down on strikes. That's 3 strikeouts in the inning and 4 in the game for Humphreys as she strands Sparks at second base, who led off the inning with a single. We're done with 2. We'll go to the third here from Preston. It's Bear Lake 3, Preston 1 on mylocalradio.com.
In Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Hall Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel even when the temperature drops below 0. It's the no gel guarantee from Hall Oil.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
We'll move along to the third. Bear Lake still leading in the game here this afternoon. 3-1 as Abby Keller ready to go back to work, and the first pitch is down and away as Shakira Hemmert leads off here in the third inning. Keller's 1-0. Hit off the end of the bat, slow roller, cut off there by Keller, goes across to first in time for the out. So 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Michaela Skinner now comes up. Skinner, a strikeout victim of her own back in the first inning. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball with no strikes. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Comes Keller's 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled at home plate. And it's now 1-2. So a ball with 2 strikes on Skinner. Keller rocks. Next pitch swung on and missed. He strikes Keller out for the second time. There's 2 strikeouts in the game for Abby Keller. And with 2 outs and the bases empty, that brings up Mackenzie Colvin, who reached on an error and scored a run last inning. One of the 2 runs that the Bear Lake Bears put on the board last inning. Hits the first pitch on the ground to third. Sage Keller has it, goes across in time, and the Bears are out 1-2-3 here in the top of the 3rd inning. They still lead, however, as they're up 3-1 here on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa. Changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
We get ready to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3-1 Bear Lake on top. Today's game brought to you in part by Limbic Arc. If you're suffering from any kind of pain, foot pain, back pain, headaches, maybe some inflammation, to improve your focus, well, Limbic Arc is for you. Limbic Arc is a new phone app that will tell you all about how you can really have a better life and kind of eliminate all that pain from your life. All you have to do is go to our website, mylocalradio.com, and click on any of the icons for Limbic Arc. It'll take you right to their website, and you'll find out all you need to know how you can eliminate pain from your life. It's Limbic Arc, a proud sponsor of Preston Athletics. As here is Kyler Cole, I should say, to lead off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for Preston. 1 ball and 1 strike on Cole. Cole playing second base this afternoon. And here's the 1-1. Up high. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Infield up at the corners, back up the middle, the 2-1 pitch. Little looper in the left center field for Cole. That's going to get in. It's going to be cut off by the left fielder Crane, and Cole's going to go to second base with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Preston with 1 hit in every inning so far today. So once again, the tying run at the plate with nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the first pitch is a bit wild, goes to the backstop, and there goes Cole for 3rd. So Cole stands at 3rd with nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0 pitch is up high, ball 2. Shortstop Rigby shades a few steps into the hole, so if you can get a ball through the circle, chances are it's going to go into center field. Fastball down low, ball 3. Here on Sage Keller. Keller reached on a single, advanced on a couple of wild pitches and scored the only run of the game thus far for Preston. She hits one into center field. That's in for a hit. Her second hit of the game. Cole will score. It's 3-2. So Cole comes home, cuts the lead down to 1 run. Now here's Kim Despain, who popped up her first time up here this afternoon. Shows bunt, pitches a high and wide. There goes the runner for second base, and Keller steals second base. So Keller with the steal. Humphreys ready, comes home. The next pitch is on the corner for a strike. And it's 1-1 here on Kim Despain. Humphreys comes home. The 1-1 pitch is over again. It's now 1-2. Keller standing at second base. The 1-2 pitch is lined at the second baseman. It's dropped. She has one play, that to first in time for the out, and that's going to allow Sage Keller to move over to third. That's just the first out of the inning. And that brings up Sadie Larson. Larson grounded out, hit a ball hard to the second baseman. Skinner her first time up, shows bunt, takes the pitch high. Ball 1. So the catcher this afternoon for the Lady Indians, 0 for 1 on the game. It has a chance to tie the game here. You can pick up the runner from third base. Again, shortens to show bunt. And again, the pitch down low, ball 2, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is on the corner for a strike, and it's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering. Hit in the air to left. Crane waiting. Keller tagging. Here she comes. The throw is going to be offline. It's a scoring fly ball for Sadie Larson and ties the game at 3. So 2 outs in the inning as Keller comes home to score. Preston plates 2 in the inning on a couple of hits. Now the base is empty. Here is Abby Keller. She singles up the middle. Third hit of the inning for the Indians. So a 2-out hit puts a runner at first for the Indians, and that brings up Ashlyn Sparks. Sparks singled, got as far as second base, but then was left there last inning as the next 3 hitters all struck out. Hit in the air to Colvin in right. She's there, she makes the catch, and the inning is over. Preston plates 2, however, and they get even in the game. 2 runs on 2 hits, and they leave 1 in the inning. As we will go to the 4th after 3. It's now the Lady Indians 3 and the Lady Bears from Bear Lake also have 3.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
We are Dairy West. That means we are milk people, family people, animal people, people people. We are environment-loving people, giving back people, job-creating people, and glass all the way full people. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
Three tie as we go to the top of the fourth here. As Preston plates two in the bottom of the third inning, and they able to tie the game. Dan Hubbard back with you from the ballpark here. And here in the top of the fourth inning, it'll be the bottom third of the order for Bear Lake. As that's lined off the facing of the first base dugout, 0-1. Sharice Peterson, Casey Buckham, and Gracie Rigby all due up here in the fourth inning. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here on Peterson, who grounded out. She bunted right in front of home plate and was thrown out by the catcher as the pitch is high, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Just a little bit of a breeze, otherwise very pleasant day here at the yard. Ground ball wide at third, into left field, base hit. Peterson with her first hit of the game. That's hit number 2 today for the Bears. Casey Buxom, the center fielder, now comes up with the leadoff person aboard. She shows bunt, bunts it foul off the third base side. And it's 0-1 and everybody will come back. Well, we mentioned him yesterday. We want to welcome a new sponsor to our broadcasts of Preston Athletics. That is Naylor Insurance. 0-1. Bunted out in front of home plate. Down to get it is the pitcher. No play. Bunt single. So a good bunt forced the pitcher, Keller, to field it. She didn't have a play. Very alertly just ate the baseball. Runners at first and second, nobody out, and that brings up Gracie Rigby. First pitch to Rigby is up high, ball 1. Anyway, Naylor Insurance, part of the Mutual of Eamon Insurance Group. They offer home, auto, farm, and business insurance. Next pitch again is up high, in and out of the glove of the catcher, and both runners will move up. It'll go down as a wild pitch against Keller, even though it went off the glove of Larson. 2-0 pitch, over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Nobody cares like we do. That's what they like to say at Naylor Insurance. You can stop by and see them at 153 North State Street here in Preston. As the 2-1 pitch is up high, it's 3-1. Or you can give them a call at 852-0810. 852-0810 for Naylor Insurance. The 3-1 offering is up high. The bases are loaded. So Gracie Rigby walks for the second time in the game. Now it's back to the top of the order, and Hannah DeClark. DeClark popped up and also had an RBI single her last time up. That was back in the second. First pitch again, wants to show bunt. Pulls the bat back, gets away from the catcher, and coming home to score from third base is Peterson to break the tie. Makes it 4-3 Bear Lake. So DeClark showed bunt, pulled the bat back, and then the catcher, Larson, not able to handle it. Next pitch she does bunt at. That'll be a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1. Center fielder Alder sneaks in a bit in center field. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Again, she wants to show bunt. This one's hit on the ground toward the second baseman. Able to make the play, but it's going to get the run home. And it's now 5-3. It's the second run of the inning comes home for Bear Lake. So 1 out in the inning. Two runs on 2 hits in the inning now for the Bears. As the pitch hit foul back to the screen by Olivia Crane. Crane has walked, hit into a fielder's choice, 0 for 1 officially in the game. Keller ready, Abby's pitch home, again hit foul back into the screen, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Keller trying to get the 3rd strike here. It's inside and it hit her. Hit her up around the bicep area on the left arm. So that's going to load the bases again as Crane hit by a pitch. As she'll walk down to first base. And the base is full again. That brings up the pitcher, Haley Humphreys, who's hit into fielder's choices twice today. So she's a 0 for 2. And up there now with the bases full. As they still talk to Crane over at first base and trying to get some movement back in that arm over there. Now looks like she's ready to go. So Keller comes home. Humphrey shows bunt, takes a pitch high. They throw to third, nobody covering the bag. One ball, no strikes to count on Humphreys. Up there in a big situation here. Chance to potentially break the game open. They lead 5-3. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to short. They're going to go to first to get the out there. They come home. Safe coming home. So Humphreys picks up an RBI as she grounds out 6-3. That's the second out of the inning as Buxholm able to come home. So runner at third base. And here again is Hemmert, who pops the ball up right at third. That'll be caught in fair territory, and the inning comes to an end. But not before the Lady Bears plate 2 runs in the inning. 2 runs on a couple of, check that, make it 3 runs in the inning on a couple of hits. And they leave 1 on base. As we'll go to the bottom of the 4th, it's now Bear Lake 6, Preston 3 on mylocalradio.com.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Few little wispy white clouds around the area. Snow in the background, otherwise a very pleasant day here at the ballpark as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Preston now trailing 6-3 in the game. And Jessica Alder leads it off here as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Alder takes the first pitch outside, ball one ball and no strikes. Alder followed by Megan Johnson and then Vanessa Griffith due up here in the bottom of inning number 4. Next pitch is high, goes to the backstop, and it's 2-0. Out of field, lines up straight away against Jessica. And the pitch home. 2-0 pitch is over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Got the call on the inside corner at the knees. And here comes the 2-1 pitch from Humphreys. Up high again, ball 3. It's 3-1. Preston's had the leadoff batter on base in every inning so far today. And ahead in the count, 3-1. Alder trying to continue that trend. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's up high, ball 4. That is the first walk given up by Haley Humphreys here today. And that brings up Megan Johnson, who was a strikeout victim her first time up. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes it, and there goes Alder for second base, and she'll be in there as she steals second. Humphreys reaches into the glove, gets the grip, comes home. The next pitch is on the corner. 0-2. So Johnson down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 offering is looped into toward right center. That's going to get in for a hit. They're going to wave Alder home. She will come home without a play as the throw goes into second base. So a walk, a stolen base, and an RBI hit. That makes it 6-4. And once again, Preston back to where they were an inning ago, back now with the potential tying run back at the home plate. First pitch to Vanessa Griffiths is swung on and missed. It's off the glove of the catcher and to the backstop, which is going to allow Johnson to move up to third. Hit the center. Baybucks is there, dropped the ball, coming home to score, and now headed for third is Griffith, and will be in there with a triple. So still nobody out in the inning. Tying run now at third base as Preston's plated 2 quickly here in the inning. Buxbaum had the ball go out off her glove and bounce behind her. And by the time they got it in, the runner moved all the way to third base. First pitch to Kyler Cole is down low. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch again, loop towards center. That's going to be in, and that's going to tie the game as Griffith comes home to make it 6-6 on the RBI single by Cole. So a walk and 3 straight hits ties the game. Back to the top of the order again, and Sage Keller, who has 2 singles and 2 runs scored to her credit so far here today. Ball hit in the air to center field, coming over and not being able to get there in time to make the catch was a center fielder Bluxbaum. Both runners will keep running. Going all the way to third base is Cole. Sage Keller safe at second. So still nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. And the 6th batter of the inning is Kim Despain. Nobody out. Despain shows bunt, rolls it foul up along third. So 0-1 to count. Cole standing at third base. Keller at second with 3 hits today. As again, showing bunt, getting the bunt down. The third baseman's on it in a hurry as Peterson's throw is in time. However, coming home on the throw to score the tie-breaking run is Cole. And for the first time today, Preston has a lead in the game. So there's 1 out. Now here's Sadie Larson as Keller moved up to third on the play at the plate. Larson 0 for 1, had a scoring fly ball, a little roller back to the mound. Here comes the runner to the plate as they record the out at first base, and again the run scores as Keller scores for the 3rd time today. That's 5 runs in the inning for the Indians. And it makes it 8-6. First pitch to Sadie Larson hit foul back into the screen. Actually, I take it back. Abby Keller at the plate. With 2 outs here in the inning. Base is empty. As the pitch to Abby is up high, ball 1. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Humphreys ready, comes home. Here's the 1-1. Hit up the middle, that's into center field. So Keller has her 2nd hit of the game. As the ball gets away in the infield, she'll move up to second. Now she's going to try for third, and the throw on a bounce goes into left field. Keller quickly to her feet. She'll come home on a single with a couple of errors. So the 6th run of the inning comes home for the Indians. And a visit to the mound now for Bear Lake here as well, as the 9th batter in the inning will be Ashlyn Sparks coming up in just a moment. 6 runs on 5 hits, plus a walk in the inning as well. And if you're looking for a great place for breakfast or lunch, the place for you to go is Tattle's Bar and Grill, 790 West Oneida right here in Preston. They're open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's the best breakfast in town. They serve breakfast and lunch. Stop by and enjoy a great home-cooked meal right here in Preston. In fact, do it tomorrow. So the ninth batter in the inning. First pitch popped up. First base side, not a play. That's 0-1. Ashlyn Sparks is the ninth batter in the inning here for Preston, who have scored 6 times to take the lead. Ready again as Sparks back into the box and comes home with the next pitch. That's again popped up into short center. Bluxbaum coming up, can't make the play. Bounces behind her and going to second base is Sparks with a little bloop double. As Preston bats around in the inning. That's their 6th hit of the inning with 2 outs. Jessica Alder, who started all this with a walk, comes up. She hits the first pitch foul back here up onto the roof of the press box, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Hit in the air along the left field line, hooking as it goes in the corner. It'll be foul when it goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Alder back up there behind in the count. 2 outs, runner at second for Preston in the 0-2 pitch. Kind of wasted one off the outside edge. As it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Abby. The 0-2. Popped up, short center. Again, Bloxham has to come up, and again, she's not going to get there. It's another flare hit as another run comes in here in the inning, the 7th run of the inning for the Indians. As Jessica Alder has her first hit of the game. And it's now 10-6. Ground ball backhanded by the shortstop. No, got under her glove. Going all the way to third base. Safe there. Play at second. And safe there as well as Megan Johnson singles home. And going to third base was Alder. Now with runners at first and second. The 12th batter of the inning is Vanessa Griffith. Pitch home for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Two-out hit could potentially pick up a couple of more runs here for the Indians. Drive to center, that's going to be in. That's going to pick up 1. Turning third is Johnson. She will score as it's a 2-out hit for Vanessa Griffith as she goes to second on the play back into the infield. So it's 9 runs in the inning. Makes it 12-6. First pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. So here's Kyler Cole, who has 2 hits today, scored twice, doubled back in the third, and here in the 4th inning has an RBI single to her credit. And that one's going to be off the glove of the second baseman Skinner, and everyone's going to be safe. Coming to the plate and scoring the 10th run of the inning is Vanessa Griffith. So 10 runs on 8 hits, and it's back to the top of the order, and here's Sage Keller. It's a hard one, a hopper at the shortstop. Go to second, but she's not there at the bag. She drops the ball, and heading to third base is the runner. And Sage Keller now will move up on the plate at third base as well. Zip again puts runners at second and third for the Indians. As they've broken the game open here in the bottom of the fourth inning, looking to win their first game of the year. Ground ball foul. No balls and one strike here on Kim Despain. 0 for 3 in the game. So she's been on the outside looking in so far here today. The 0-1 pitch. She's taking and takes a strike, and it's 0-2. This is the 15th batter of the inning for Preston. The 0-2. Ground ball to the right side, fielded there. Skinner goes to first, and the inning finally comes to an end as Preston sends 15 batters to the plate. 10 of them come home and score. The biggest inning of the year for the Indians as we'll go to the top of the fifth. It's now Preston 13, Bear Lake 6 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
We're through 4. Preston leading it by a score of 13-6. And here as we go to the fifth inning, the first pitch is popped up foul. And it's no balls and one strike. Michaela Skinner, Mackenzie Kelvin, and then Charisse Peterson due up here in the top of the fifth inning for Bear Lake. The 0-1. Ground ball to third. That's gobbled up by Keller. Goes across in time for the out. So one out, and here's Mackenzie Colvin. 0 for 2, reached on an error and grounded out. Abby Keller working into the fifth inning. Has gotten through a couple little spots of trouble, but now posted to a good lead. And can concentrate on throwing strikes as the first pitch is up high, ball one. One ball and no strikes. Next pitch again, misses high and away, ball 2. So 2-0 the count. Comes the 2-0 offering. It's looped right to the third baseman as Keller puts the squeeze on that. So a couple of balls hit to Sage Keller at third. As there's now 2 outs in the inning. Bear Lake has gone out in order one time today. That was back in the third. Keller looking to get the third out here and put him out in order for the second time today. First pitch is rolled foul and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Popped up in the infield. It's Abby Keller to make the catch, and for the second time today, the Bears go out 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Preston leading 13-6 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Now, today's game brought to you in part by Signature Healthcare at Home, formerly known as All Access Home Health and Hospice. They've been providing home health care and hospice care for southeast Idaho and northern Utah for over 15 years. You can set up your own informative visit, whether it be in the home or you can simply call and find out more. You find them at area code 208-852-1699, 208-852-1699. They care where you are. That's Signature Home Health Care right here in Preston. First pitch hit on the ground. That's into center field for a hit. So a leadoff hit for Sadie Larson. So after sending 15 batters to the plate last inning, Larson leads off the top of the bottom of the 5th inning with a single to center. Here comes Abby Keller with a pair of singles to her credit. She's also scored twice today. And the first pitch to Keller is up high, ball 1. Bear Lake came in with a record of 3-2 on the year coming into this game. And Preston, who had cancellations and rainouts and games moved, they were 0-4. Pitch swung on and missed, and the throw through is not in time. Ball gets away, but staying at second base was Sadie Larson. As Abby Keller waiting at home plate. Next pitch home is up high again. So Keller back in the box. Nobody out here, bottom 5. Next pitch popped up in the infield. It'll be the third baseman to handle it as Keller is out for the second time today. First out in the inning, no advancement by Sadie Larson. She stays at second base. Now here is Ashlyn Sparks. Sparks with a pair of hits, singled, doubled, 2 for 3 overall. And takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Popped up. Short center. That's Bluxman coming up, and she can't handle it. Dropped the ball. That'll allow the runner to the second base to move up to third. And moving into second base was Sparks. So runners at second and third. They'll rule that an error. So 1 hit, 1 error here in the inning. As first pitch here to Jessica Alder is pulled foul. Well out of play. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Pitch home to Alder. Again lifted, foul off third base. Coming over to have a look was Crane, but it's well back off the field of play. And it's 0-2 on Jessica. Humphreys ready again. She looks in, reaches into the glove, comes home. The 0-2 pitch. That one's high, 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. Larson's at third, Sparks at second. In the 1-2 offering. High again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another great sponsor of Preston Athletics is Preston Drug. Preston Drug, they've been serving the Preston area since 1980, where they have new prescriptions, have meds you need to have refilled. Ball swung on and missed, dropped by the catcher as Alder hustles to first base, and she makes it there. So the bases are loaded. Still only 1 out in the inning. Second error of the inning, charged to the catcher. Strikeout E2. So the base is full. Here's Megan Johnson. Swung on and missed in the first pitch. Megan singled and scored. Actually, had a pair of hits and scored twice last inning. Doubled and singled. Her only 2 hits of the game came in that 4th inning when they sent 15 men to the plate. Next pitch is hit foul off the top of the screen. And it's 0-2. One out. Humphreys comes home. And off speed, stays high. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Preston Drug, they can bill your Medicare, Medicaid. They have diabetic supplies, also oxygen rentals as well. Ball hit in the air to right field. Coming over is Colvin. Makes the catch, tagging and coming home to score on the sacrifice fly by Johnson. So there's 2 outs. Larson scores. That's the first run here in the bottom of the 5th, and that makes it 14-6. And here's Vanessa Griffith. Fastball roll, just foul outside of third and down the line. So Preston Pharmacy, 39 North 1st East in Preston. Or you can find them and inquire online at prestondrug.com. 2 outs in the inning, and the pitch home. Popped up. Shortstop Rigby will take it and does. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. So Griffith pops up. Preston settles for 1 in the inning. On 1 hit, pair of errors, and they leave a couple of players on base here in the inning as well. So we'll move along to the 6th inning after 5. Preston has opened it up. It's now 14-6 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash. when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
From sunup to sundown, we spend our time on the dairy, caring for cows and producing milk. And we also love being part of our tight-knit communities, being advocates for the kids in our schools, and being providers of safe, nutritious food for families around here and around the world. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
Well, we'll move along to the sixth inning. Preston with a big inning when they played at 10, their biggest inning of the year. In the bottom of the fourth inning, busted the game open at 14-6 as we go top six. And it'll be 8, 9, and 1 hitters schedule here for Bear Lake. So it'll be Casey Buxom to lead off as the pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Last inning, Abby Keller retired the side in order. Second time she had done that today. The 0-1. Inside down around the shoe tops. Did it hit her? Yes, it did. So a hit batter will put the leadoff runner at first base. Second hit batter for Keller today. And now here's the number 9 hitter, Gracie Rigby. Rigby shows bunt, takes a pitch high. There goes the runner for second, and she's going to be in there standing. But a stolen base. Puts her on at second. Outfield straight away. Infield back with a big lead. Next pitch, takes a strike. One and one here on Rigby, who's walked twice and scored twice today. Next pitch swung on to miss, and it goes to 1-2. JV game to follow. Lady Indians back here again on Saturday, weather permitting, against Jerome in a doubleheader. This next pitch swung on and missed. So Rigby strikes out. First out of the inning. Third strikeout today for Abby Keller, and now it's back to the top of the order and Hannah DeClark. DeClark has bunted a couple of times. One of those times went for an infield single. And she bunts again. And it's going to hit and bounce foul. It's 0-1. So no balls and one strike. You hear the third base coach telling Hannah to swing hard, not necessarily bunt this time. Has just a little bit of a split hand grip, and this time she just rolls one to the right side. There's Cole playing it to first, and that's in time for an out. That's the second out of the inning. Runner moves up to third base, and that brings up Olivia Crane. With the big lead, however, you don't necessarily worry about the runner at third base. So here's Crane. Ground ball short. It's underneath the glove of the shortstop to Spain. Everybody's safe, and the run scores. That'll be an error against the Preston shortstop. And that brings up the pitcher, Haley Humphreys. who hits the first pitch foul. So 2 outs, runner at first. Makes it 14-7. Keller takes a moment to kind of mop off her pitching hand. Pitches down low in the dirt, and there goes the runner Crane to second base on the wild pitch. So runner at second, still 2 outs in the inning. Next pitch misses down and in. 2-1 the count on Haley Humphreys. And the 2-1 on the way. That's over for a strike, and it's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here at the top of the 6th. Pitch is swung on and missed. That'll end the inning. But Bear Lake gets a run. No hits in the inning. An error, a hit batter, and they leave 1 on base. As we'll go to the bottom of the 6th after 5.5. It's Preston on top, 14-7 on my FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Five and a half innings in the book as we go here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Preston with a 7-run lead. They lead at 14-7. And they'll have the 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's Kaylor Cole back to the top of the order then, and Sage Keller. And then Kim Despain due up. Cole is ended up being 3 for 3 today. Singled twice, doubled, scored a couple of times. And looking to extend her perfect day here to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch waved out and missed. And it's 0-1. Humphreys back in the circle. And coming back to work, and that pitch is again waved out and missed. Humphreys ready again. Next pitch to Cole. He hit foul off the top of the backstop. So 2 strikes to count on Cole. And the next pitch is up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Don't forget the doubleheader here on Saturday. Jerome Tigers are here, as they'll try to make up those games that were snowed out a couple of weeks ago. It was a pitch outside, ball 2. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kyler Cole to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Again, pitch hit foul. The reason we say weather permitting, I know that looking at the weather earlier today, there was a chance of some rain moving into the area late tomorrow afternoon in the overnight hours. So it all kind of depends on what happens with the weather. Friday night into Saturday morning. Ground ball to third. Peterson has it on one hop, goes across in time for the out. And there's one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Nice play by the third baseman, Peterson. Ball hit hard right at her on one bounce. So it's back to the top of the order, and here's Sage Keller. Keller has a 3-hit day. She's also reached on a fielder's choice. Scored 3 times. So she has been busy. Running around the base paths here as well. First pitch over for a strike. Today's game brought to you in part by First American Title. 28 West Oneida here in Preston. Remember, it's your contract, our commitment, and smooth closing is what they promise. First American Title, a proud sponsor of Preston Indians Athletics. As the pitch is up high. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Preston on top, 14-7 over Bear Lake today. Ball popped up, short right, coming up as the right fielder. That is Colvin to make the catch, and there's 2 outs. So with 2 outs and the base is empty, it's Kim Despain now at the plate. Despain today really on the outside looking in. She is 0 for 4 so far and trying to avoid extending that to going to 0 for 5. Pitch home, that's going to be looped to center field. That's her first hit of the game. A 2-out single for Despain extends the inning. That brings up Sadie Larson. That's 14 hits today for the Indians to go along with their 14 runs. Larson, 1 for 3 on the afternoon. That does have a scoring fly ball to her credit, and she drove in a run. Pitch in the dirt, knocked down by the catcher. Comes the 1-0. Chopper back over the mound, off the glove of the pitcher. They try to go to second for the force, but it's not in time. That'll be an infield hit as the pitcher, Humphreys, had a bounce off her glove. Runners at first and second. The inning extends, and once again, here's the pitcher, Abby Cole. Abby's 2 for 4 today. Singled twice, scored a run. And hits the pitch foul back into the screen. She also struck out and popped up today. No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Late on a good rise ball. And it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Off speed, stays high, 1-2. Despain's at second, Larson at first, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That pitch misses inside, runs the count full, 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, and Humphreys 1 pitch away from loading the bases again. That pitch is high and away, goes to the backstop. Nope, I guess now the count is full, 3-2. Guess I got a pitch ahead of myself. So both runners move up, second and third. And the 3-2 offering again. Hit in the air to center. Buxom's going to have it go over her head, and it's going to go all the way to the fence. Both runners will score. Keller's going to go for third. She has a 2-run triple. So that makes it 16-7. And the winning run at third base, potentially, as Abby Keller picks up her third hit of the day. Pitch gets away at home plate. The first pitch to Sparks. Keller thought about coming home and decided not to and went back. So 2 runs home here in the inning. 16-7, Preston leads. Pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Humphreys ready again. Rocks comes home. Here's the 1-1. Again, a little off-speed offering, stays high. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Next pitch rolled foul at home plate. So 2-2 the count here on Ashland Sparks. Abby Keller stands at third. And the 2-2 pitch is high. Runs the count full, 3-2. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. That's down low, ball 4. So after getting the first 2 outs of the inning, Preston singled, 2-run triple, and now another walk. Puts runners at the corners again. And now here's Jessica Alder with a chance to end it. First pitch is up high, ball 1. They throw back to third, not in time. Outfield straight away. Center fielder Buxom. Maybe a little bit shallower than the other 2 outfielders on her right and left. There's the next pitch to Alder. That's up high. Runner will steal second without a play. So puts runners at second and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch home on the inside corner for a called strike. So Alder takes a little walk around, climbs back in, and the next pitch home. Again, swung on and missed. 2-2. The count on Alder with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And here comes the 2-2 offering. Popped up, that'll be out of play. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll join you just before 1 o'clock on Saturday, about 12:50 Saturday afternoon, for the doubleheader against Jerome. Come on out and watch some good softball be played by these Lady Indians here on Saturday afternoon. Again, Jessica pops the ball up. That again will make the seats. And it stays again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Humphreys again with a new ball, ready to go back to work. Here comes the 2-2. Up and in, but Alder fights it off and hits it foul again off the left field side. So Humphreys keeps the throwing them. Alder keeps fouling them away. Again, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Inning over. So Alder strikes out. Preston strands 2 on the base paths, but they score 2 in the inning on a couple of hits. As we go to the top of the 7th, it's Preston 16 and Bear Lake 6 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Why do I drink milk?
Milk rehydrates my body after I work out.
Milk has the protein I need to build muscle.
Milk helps me maintain a lean body mass.
Milk helps my muscles recover and stay strong.
Milk has the carbohydrates I need to re-energize.
Milk replaces important electrolytes that I lose when I sweat.
As an athlete at Boise State,
I learned that every sip
is a victory.
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
Milk Victory, brought to you by United Dairymen of Idaho.
Six innings in the book. Preston leads 16-7 here this afternoon. 3 outs away from their first victory of the year. And Abby Keller right on the cusp of tossing a complete game here this afternoon and ready to go back to work here in the 7th inning as she will face Sharika Hamet, Michaela Skinner, and then Mackenzie Colvin all due up. Here's the first pitch is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Hamet today is 0 for 2 officially. Did have a scoring fly ball back in the first inning, but she's also grounded out and popped up. And hits that ball in the air along the left field side. Griffith with a long run, but it's going to land foul and untouched. And it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch, a little off-speed offering, stays high, and it's 1-2. So we're in the top of the 7th here this afternoon. Preston with a big lead. And the 0-2 pitch, 1-2 pitch rather, hit foul back in the screen. It stays 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Keller with a new ball. Rocks comes home. The 1-2 pitch is down low, 2-2. So Preston up 16-7. Abby Keller trying to close this one out. The 2-2 popped up. That will make the foul area just off the stands on the third base side. And it stays again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the 2-2 pitch. It's up high, runs the count full, 3-2. So Hamet leading off the bottom or top of the 7th inning, runs the count full. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swung on, fouled in and out of the glove of the catcher's glove. She'll record the out at first, which she does. First out of the inning. 5th strikeout for Abby Keller today. And with 1 out here in the 7th inning, that brings up Michaela Skinner. First pitch to Skinner, hit foul off the first base side, 0-1. Next game the boys baseball team will play will be Monday afternoon. They will be in Burley to face the Bobcats. They haven't had very many home games this year as well, only one. As they'll finish with a lot of home games. Pitches down and in, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Skinner 0 for 3, struck out twice and grounded out to third. Hits this one in the air to center. Here comes the center fielder Alders. She has to play it on a bounce. So Skinner has her first hit with 1 out here in the 7th inning. So Mackenzie Colvin comes up, the right fielder. 0 for 3 today. Grounded out, lined out, and she's also reached on an error. First pitch to Colvin is up high, ball 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Up high again, ball 2, 2-0. Well, it's 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out here in the 7th. That's going to be lined to left. That's going to be in for a hit. Griffith unable to cut it off. It's going to roll toward the fence. Skinner around third. She will come in to score as Colvin ends up all the way over at third base. That makes it 16-8 now. As here in the 7th inning, the Bears need a whole lot of offense, but it starts with 1, right? So here's Shinrace Peterson, who has 1 hit to her credit today. Pitch bounces up there, goes to the backstop. Here comes Colvin to the plate, and she will score. And that'll go as a wild pitch. Second run of the inning now makes it 16-9. So the base is empty. 1 ball, no strike count. Bunting kills it right in front of home plate. The throw to first in time for the second out. So Peterson's out, 2-3. 2 outs in the inning. Now here is Buxomham again. Singled, hit by a pitch, and grounded out. 1 for 2. She has scored twice in the game today. And up there now trying to extend the inning in the game. First pitch hit foul back into the screen. Oh, 1-1 the count. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Hit in the air to left. Griffith is there near the line, squeezes it, and the Indians able to pick up a win here this afternoon. But the Bear Lake Bears score twice in the top of the 7th inning on a pair of hits, and they leave no one on base. As the final score in this game here this afternoon is the Preston Indians win it by the score of 16-9. They record their first win of the year. And get ready to welcome Jerome back here to the Ball Diamond coming up on Saturday. And we'll be here to have that game for you. We'll invite you to stay tuned for the post-game show. It's coming up right after this break. here on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Today's game has been brought to you by West Motors, Preston Drug, First American Title, Stokes Market, True Value, Signature Home Health Care, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Franklin Medical Center, Agra Service, S&T Electric, Farmers Insurance, Corey Bingham, Agent, Northern Title Company, Idaho Salvage, Limbrick Arc, and The Job Shop. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. If you and I are out of dollars and cents, oh honey, we can always share a little hole in the fence. It's a beautiful day for the ladies. All your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. At the ball game, a wonderful ball game today. Wow!
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Well, welcome back here to the postgame show. As today the Preston Indians ladies softball team able to pick up their first win of the year as they knock off Bear Lake by the final score of 16-9. Preston really able to break the game open in the fourth inning when they sent 15 men to the plate. They scored 10 runs on 8 hits in that inning, and that really broke the game open. And after that, it was just Katie bar to the door as everything was pretty well settled by then, and just letting the dust settle as they played it out into the seventh inning. Final totals here today for Preston to win it: 16 runs, they had 15 hits. Bear Lake, 9 runs, they had 7 hits today in a game that took just short of 2 hours to play, 1 hour and 58 minutes officially for the game here this afternoon. So with the win, Preston now is 1-4. The loss sends Bear Lake to a 3-3 mark. A little bit more on the postgame show. We'll wrap everything up right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Do you remember last spring when runoff water was flooding fields and borrow pits because of plugged, collapsed, or non-existent culverts? Well, now is the time to get new culverts installed, and Valley Implement and Irrigation has the culverts you need. They buy them by the semi-load, and they have poly pipes and culverts in the diameter and length that will get that water running where it needs to go in the spring. Remember, too, that Valley Implement has a great selection of used tractors and farm equipment at prices that work for your operation. See Valley Implement and Irrigation in Preston, Logan, or Gray.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline.
the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa?
We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
So the Indians win it today by the score of 16-9. Abby Keller goes the route, picks up the win, allowing just 7 hits along the way. Pretty good day on the mound for her. She walked 2, struck out 5. Haley Humphreys takes the loss. She struck out 4 Indians today and walked a couple. But all in all, good game. Nice result for the Lady Indians, and see if they can carry that momentum into Saturday when we'll have the next game for you. This will wrap up our broadcast here this afternoon as the Lady Indians win it by the final score of 16-9. The executive director of Preston Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator to this afternoon has been John Beverly. My name's Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us. We'll look for you Saturday, starting just before 1 o'clock with the Jerome Tigers scheduled to be here. We'll have a doubleheader for you. We'll have those games for you on the internet only at mylocalradio.com, as we will be airing the General Conference at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So that'll kick the softball games over onto the internet. So you can invite you to join us at mylocalradio.com coming up Saturday. Pregame show at 12:50 coming up on Saturday afternoon. So remind you the final score here today. Preston knocks off Bear Lake to win their first game of the year, 16-9 the final score. We'll look for you on Saturday. So until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.